A semicolon is a punctuation mark that can be used to separate parts of a sentence which need clearer separation that would be shown by a comma, and separates the main clauses which have no conjunctions between them, and separate phrases and clauses containing commas. Also, the semicolon tattoo, which is very popular, uses that definition, and it takes it as symbolizing a pause rather than an ending, just like you use it to do a special pause in a sentence, but it does not have the completion such as a period or an exclamation point or a question mark, if you will. For those popular tattoos, they will still remain, but the context may not be something that is going to continue because semicolons in actual use is declining. But the headlines on the decline of semicolons are popping up. This actual news hot take was inspired by an article I read today as I was looking for news on this Saturday on USA Today and the decline of the use of semicolons. Recently, analysis is showing that semicolon is fading from modern writing activity, which is widely citing it's from a study that was commissioned by Babbel that finds use in English language books has fallen about 50% since 2000, from about 205 words to once every 390 words. Newsrooms and style commentators have actually amplified that finding, framing it's a long slide, not a sudden collapse. We've been on this path to anti-semicolons, or lack of semicolons. No one really hates them, just not being used for a while. Shift tracks with shorter, faster digital writing, the text we send, the posts we put out there, and the headlines we do, that rarely have a reward for anything that's long. They want brevity and simple sentences. The structure should be nice and easy, and a semicolon makes it not so nice, not so easy, much longer than people want to read today. Editors have often favored periods or dashes over this mark anyway that can confuse broad audiences. Some influential writers have long argued that semicolon is fussy, a bit pretentious, has a little bit of an attitude. Others simply see it as an inefficient online additive. It just doesn't work on your online writing. Now, most measurements come from published books and corporate writings, of course, which may not reflect speech-like writing or social media things for regular folks. But the trend is clear in print. The picture is murkier across the web, though, while styles vary widely by audiences and platforms. Still, multiple outlets are reporting a consistent decline for decades, not just in the past couple of years where we've more or less noticed it. Semicolon has a reputation, well, it swings back and forth. Sometimes it's mockery, sometimes it's devotion. Critics say it's a road bump reader for people who need road bump readers, and fans call it a graceful bridge between ideas and a clean fix for a complete list. The most featured punctuation on earth meme has been a part of this lore for forever, yet defenders and major papers still argue it brings clarity and music to prose, if you will. The mass audiences have their thoughts as well. Plain sentences and periods usually win out for those. An ending, bam, is what they're looking for. The ending without ending, nuance is needed for that one. Tight links between independent clauses, complete sentences, also precise rhythm. But the semicolon still solves that problem for other marks going there. Meanwhile, the craft decision to get rid of this completely depends on the rules and more on the audience instead in the medium and the tone you're going to. Clearer, shorter sentences help readers skim on their phones and read things quickly online, but the semicolon as something people love is there. It's a real punctuation mark that does real precise work for folks, and if people aren't seeing it, the semicolon tattoos have a little less meaning, so there's that as well. Your love or hate for the semicolon? Let me know in the comments.